So in the UK there's a retailer called Size, and they primarily provide semi-hype sneakers as well as drops through their app. Ordinarily you wouldn't think of them as a collaborator with Nike. Earlier this year they dropped a Nike Dunk Low, and this seemed to be quite hyped and sold out. I took my L and I thought, you know what, I'm not getting this pair. But recently there was a restock. I entered on the app, put my details in for my size, and I got the W. And after seeing these in hand, this is definitely one I'm happy to add to the collection. So let's check it out. Hey, what's going on? Lukas here, back with another video. And today I'm checking out the Nike Dunk Low collaboration with Size. Thanks for checking out the video. If you're new to the channel and like all kinds of content related to sneaker culture, please do subscribe and also hit that notification bell to be notified when I do drop new videos. And if you did like today's video, please give it a thumbs up, as it really helps the channel grow. And stay tuned for the end of the video for those on feet looks. Now today I'm checking out an interesting collaboration between Size and Nike on the Dunk Low silhouette, and that is the Nike Dunk Low Size collaboration. So this originally dropped March the 3rd in the UK for a price of £110. At the time I entered on the app for my size, took my L, moved on. But recently there was a restock and I entered again on the app thinking, you know what, I'm not going to cop because there's probably limited pairs. But to my surprise, I was selected, I got my W, and obviously we got them in hand. And I think what Size and Nike have done is very interesting because it's a collaboration that could have gone several ways, but I think what they've done in terms of the materials they've used, the kind of different stylings, which we'll talk about in the review, is very interesting, and it's definitely a different take on the Dunk Low. So for those that don't know, Size is a retailer in the UK, primarily selling, Nike, Adidas, New Balance, etc. And they are on the high street, but a lot of their drops happen through their app called Size Launches. So most of the time the hype collaborations and hype drops are not going to happen in the retail stores, they'll happen on the app. And this release was no different. Only thing for me was I didn't thought I was in the cop, so as I said, I entered the raffle, got my W, and happy to have them in my hand. So let's check out the details. Start with the box. So although it's a collaboration with a little bit of hype, you still get your standard Nike box for Dunk Lows. So you got your red box, you got your Nike, and your swoosh in white writing, and again you have the same Nike and swoosh on this side and on this side. So we take a little size tag. It reads Nike Dunk Low SZ. The colourway is dark drift wood light photo blue, and again it's my true size of UK 13 US 14. So pop the lid, standard tissue paper, and here we have the sneaker. So it's the Nike Dunk Low Size collaboration. So here we have the sneaker. I think it's interesting materials, and I think what Size have done with Nike on the Dunk Low is very unique and not something you see every day. So starting the outsole, it is your standard Dunk Low outsole. So you just have your tread pattern here, and at the bottom, and then Nike and swoosh in the middle right there. And it also, if you look closely, it's got some speckles on the tread pattern as well, which is quite an interesting touch. It's not something you'll see on every Dunk Low. And that sits on top of the grey outsole that you see right here. Turn to the side, you've got all white midsole, which is standard on Dunk Lows to be fair, and that goes all the way obviously around. As we got the upper, so you've got a mix of fuzzy suede and tumbled leather, as you can see right here. So on the mid panel you've got fuzzy suede, and then on the toe box as well. That feels really nice to the touch. Obviously it's a premium material, so obviously really happy with that. And then as we go up to the toe box, so you have your leather panel right here, so that obviously goes all the way around the mud guard to the front and obviously around to the medial side. As I said on the toe box, you've got your perforated holes here and obviously the fuzzy suede material. As we go at the upper, you've got the leather, which has the eyelets in on both sides. The tongue itself is a mixture of leather and fuzzy suede, so again that's quite interesting. If you look, you can see how the leather is stitched onto that fuzzy suede, so that's something you don't see every day. The laces themselves, kind of like rope laces. Again, they just have those standard tips. It's not something you see every day with dunk lows, and I think that's quite a nice premium touch, so I like that. Then as we come to the tongue itself, so what's interesting is you've got exposed foam. So if you look here, you see you've got exposed foam, similar to what you see in like a blazer low, but also on off-whites as well. And then completely mixing it up, instead of having a Nike tag in the middle, they put it to the left-hand side on the right sneaker. You got your Nike text and swoosh in black on this orange background. That's a kind of a tab that sits on that side. I think it's quite interesting. Again, the exposed foam is something you're not going to see on every dunk low. So it's almost giving that kind of SB vibes because it's quite thick. Most dunk low tongues are quite thin, so it's different. If we turn to the side, you've then got another detail, which is the fuzzy suede on the Nike swoosh. And that's obviously in this blue colour going all the way down the side to the back of the sneaker. And on the outside of that you've got this black stitching, so again to give an interesting contrast as well, so I mean that's quite fire detail. As we come to the top of the ankle, so again you've got that fuzzy suede piece right here, and that goes all the way around to the back. On the back of the sneaker on the heel tab you've got this green, again fuzzy suede. It's almost like teal, I'd say, and that's quite nice. You've got this Nike text embroidered right here, so I think it's quite nice as well. And again, you've got that fuzzy suede panel underneath, and then obviously the leather panel underneath that. We look at the sock liner, so it's an all-white sock liner, pretty standard feel as you get over dunk lows, so not a huge amount of padding, but still feels quite nice. And then the final detail is on the insole. You've just got that Nike text in swoosh in black, similar to what you see on the tongue, so again it's quite a nice little touch. So that's the right sneaker. We'll take a quick look at the left. So the left sneaker is pretty much exactly the same, except for one subtle detail on the tongue where the leather is actually shown differently on the tongue. So here it's kind of going all the way up to the top and then actually peels away, whereas on the right sneaker it goes up to the tag and then kind of stops. So that's a very subtle detail and not quite sure why that's been done, but I think it's just to give it a bit of difference. So again, I think it's quite interesting. Other than that, there's no additional details that I can see, so I think that's just a subtle difference I noticed. In terms of sizing, so I went true to size and that fits fine, no issues there. So I go true to size on all my dunk lows. Now again, it is a quite wide toe box, so if you have a narrow foot you may want to go down half a size, but for me true to size works fine. In terms of resale, so this retailed for £110 and last sale on StockX is about £150, so small premium above retail, but again because it's only released exclusively with size, if you were looking to cop this for resale, you could definitely pick that for a good price. You know, a smaller size you're going to pick up for a slightly cheaper price, so definitely something to consider. So what do you think of the sneaker? As I said, it was pretty limited, so let me know in the comment section if you did manage to cop, or if you would plan to cop maybe on resale, and yeah, appreciate any of that feedback. Stay tuned for the on foot, it's coming up shortly, and yeah, appreciate any comments on that. So thanks for checking the video. If it's the kind of content you want to see, you know, unboxings, reviews, opinions, etc., please do subscribe and also hit the notification bell to be notified when I do drop new videos. And if you did like today's video, please give it a thumbs up as it really helps the channel grow. And until next time, take it easy. I'll see you in the next video.